What is going on, Schwazy gang? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I am super stoked because in today's video, we're gonna be making the Hellcat a little bit louder. Super stoked for today's video because ever since I picked up this car from Denver, Colorado, I have thought that this car was just a little bit too quiet for my taste. Every single time I would compare it to the Scatpack, I always thought the Scatpack had a much better sounding exhaust system. Now, if you guys remember, the Scatpack had Dynomax Race Bullets, which were the replacement for the stock mufflers. So that is the reason why the Scatpack, to me, sounded so good. And it sounded so growly and deep, just like a muscle car should. And every time I would do a cold start between the two, which I even made a video about a few months ago, I preferred the Scatpack's exhaust over this one. And so I've been kind of racking my brain trying to figure out what it is that I want to do to this car. I don't want to dump a ton of money into the exhaust system because I think the exhaust on the Hellcat and the 392s is a fantastic system. It provides for plenty of power and it's not restrictive or anything. And I think it sounds really good stock too, but I just want it to be a little bit louder, a little bit growlier, a little bit more reminiscent of a muscle car. And so I debated whether I should do a Dynomax Race Bullets, just like I did on the Scatpack. I also know there is a pretty popular muffler that a lot of people use on the Hellcats, which is the Vibrant. I want to say it's $17.94, but I'll put it up on the screen right now if it's not. Some even recommend it over the Dynomax. And then obviously a lot of people do Muffler Deletes. That's probably the most common thing people do on Hellcats and Scatpacks. And so it's taken me this long to really determine exactly what I want to do. And well, in today's video, as I'm heading to my buddy Paul's place, which he's the one that did the Dynomax Race Bullet swap when I did those about a year and a half ago. He's a great mechanic, a great friend. And if you guys are in the area, let me know and I can connect you to. He does some of the best work I've ever seen and he is just a very, very expert mechanic. But as I'm heading to his place, I still don't actually know exactly what I'm going to do. So I have purchased Dynomax Race Bullets with the intent of replacing the stock mufflers with those aftermarket mufflers. But as of yesterday, I also debated on maybe just doing a simple muffler delete and getting a little bit more sound out of the engine and trying something a little bit different that I haven't tried before. Now that I have a house, I don't have to be as worried about the neighbors, even though I still kind of do because I'm pretty close to them. Ultimately, I'm going to make this decision at the time of installation because the first thing he has to do is cut out the existing mufflers on the car, which are located pretty much right below me. I'm not going to touch the resonators, which are near the back exhaust tips, because that's what adds a lot of the drone that a lot of people hate when you're coasting around 70 miles per hour. I talked about the full exhaust systems in a video that I'm gonna throw up on the screen right now, but if you guys aren't aware of the different ways you guys can customize an exhaust or get a really good sound out of your car, I'd recommend you watch that video after you finish this one because it's got a lot of good, useful advice in there. But anyways, once he cuts out those mufflers, I'm going to ask him to put the car on the ground, we're gonna turn it on, and I'm going to hear what it sounds like. And if I fall in love with the sound, then I'm probably going to return the Dynomax Race Bullets and just leave it as a simple muffler delete. But if it's just a little bit too loud and kind of annoying, especially when I'm sitting in the car revving it, I'm gonna go to the Dynomax Race Bullets because I really do stand by them. I am not sponsored by them by any means, but they really do make an amazing product and I kind of wish I was sponsored. So Dynomax, if you're listening, let me know if you'd be interested in a sponsorship. And what I like about Dynomax Race Bullets is they don't just add sound, but they also make a different type of tone to the car, which makes it really sound powerful, aggressive, mean. I don't even know how to describe it. Now, the reason I didn't pick the Vibrant mufflers is because I actually haven't heard them in person. The only time I heard the Vibrant muffler system is via videos on YouTube and just some friends on Instagram. And to be completely honest, and again, this is not a good comparison because I haven't heard it in real life, the Vibrant muffler just doesn't sound as throaty and as deep as the Dynomax. And If I'm driving a muscle car, I want it to sound as much of a muscle car as possible, and I think Dynomax may be the closest way to get there without having it be too loud and too distracting, or maybe too droney when you're driving on the freeway. But at the end of this video, I'm actually gonna throw in some before and after comparisons so you guys can figure out if whatever I choose doing, whether that's the Dynomax or a Muffler Delete, is the right choice for you. But without further ado, we actually have quite a bit of a trip to get to his place, so I'm actually gonna use the power of YouTube and teleport you guys. So I will see you all in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, we just arrived. Now let's get the car up in the air and figure out what we're chopping. All right, I am here with my buddy Paul here, expert mechanic. He did the last Dynomax Race Bullet mufflers, but what we're gonna be doing, or I should say he's gonna be doing, because I'm watching, cutting out these are mid mufflers, or they're really the mufflers. Back here you got the resonators. So you're gonna be cutting these out, welding in, potentially either the Dynomax or just doing a straight pipe over here. Yeah, this should be a fun project. I'm excited. God. Hurts to see a little bit.
There's no going back.
There's no going back. There it goes. There you go. Goodbye, old muffler. You served me well for 2,700 miles. Paul just cut off all of the mufflers on this car, so there's one, the other one's on the other side. We're gonna start it up and then go for a quick drive to see whether I should leave it like this or not. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I just don't want it to drone really badly, and I also have neighbors, so I'm gonna be a little bit considerate, but we're gonna go for a drive, see what it sounds like. If I like it, we're just gonna weld some pipe. Otherwise, we're gonna use the Dynomax, which I have in that box. So let's get started. All right, so we just went on a drive with those mufflers removed, and I pretty much just like exploded because it was way too loud, way too uncomfortable. Now I get that if we did a straight pipe, it would go through the resonators and it would sound a little bit better, but just driving it without the resonators, the drone is insane. It's undrivable, to be honest. It's a race car at that point. I would not drive it like that, but it will sound a little bit better if we did a straight pipe going through the resonators, but you know what? I changed my mind. We're gonna do Dynomax Race Bullets because those sounded the best to begin with. So we're gonna get started on the installation of the Dynomax right now. Alrighty, here's the Dynomax Race Bullet right here. We're gonna do, or I should say what Paul's gonna do, is cut this 3-inch pipe that I actually had from the last muffler exchange that I did with the Scatpack. Paul's gonna cut this down a little bit, and these are just some adapters that go from 2.75 to 3. And then we should be able to weld it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld this on here. And then we're gonna weld this on here.
Okay.
Like this. And then we'll weld this,
the adapter,
because this slides. So this is gonna give us our adjustment. So that's what we'll do first.
Sweet.
So this welds onto that. This welds onto that.
All right, so the Dynomax Race Bullets are welded in and the exhaust is back in place. So we're gonna put this baby on the ground and then we're gonna hear what it sounds like. I'm really excited. Alrighty, so Paul just finished doing the install and we just went for a ride, and my God, I absolutely love the sound of the Dynomax Race Bullets. If you guys haven't heard one in person, you gotta hear it. I mean, it's amazing. It's exactly what I want it to sound like, and I am so happy I did not do just a plain old muffler delete. Not that I'm judging people that have. A muffler delete is a great option and the car sounds amazing. But for me, since I drive this car a lot, the drone would just get to me a little bit too much. And what I really like about the Dynomax is you get pretty much the same amount of loudness and the same tone to it, if not a more growly, deeper tone. But when I'm driving, when I'm idling right now, like I'm at 1500 RPM, there's no drone. I mean, it sounds just like stock, and that's exactly what I want out of an exhaust system. So Dynomax, whatever you guys are doing, you're doing it right. I'm so happy with it. And then when I'm on it, it just sounds so amazing, and the crackles and the pops, you know, the Hemi farts, they sound so good. I don't know what else to say. This is a really good system, and I'm glad I did not do a straight muffler delete. And I think when it comes to decibels, the Dynomax Race Bullets were just as loud, if not louder, than the muffler delete. So that was really surprising. Even when I like pump the gas and rev it, it still crackles and pops. So it sounds a lot like a muffler delete, but potentially even louder in terms of a decibel meter, because I got it up to like 108 decibels. So if there's any advice I can give you guys, then definitely go and spring for a Dynomax Race Bullet on your 392 or on your Hellcat, because it sounds good on both of them. And there's other options out there too. There's a Vibrant, like I said earlier. There's also a Cherry Bomb or a Glass Pack, which is another famous one. But before you do it, make sure you listen to whatever system you want to go with, because if you were like me, you might hate the muffler delete. I also want to give a huge thank you again to Paul for doing this installation. If you guys are in Utah and in the surrounding areas, definitely let me know if you guys are looking for a great mechanic and I can connect you to, because he does amazing work and he's just a great guy overall. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I did. I'm still smiling and have a grin on my face because I just love the sound of this car. It brought back memories of the Scatpack, and I'm just super happy. So I'm just gonna end me talking, and the next few clips you're gonna see are the before and afters of the Dynomax Race Bullets. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay on top of all of the weekly videos. Also find me on Instagram at Schwazy_ if you didn't see it on my shirt before. And make sure you like and comment on this video and let me know your thoughts on how it sounds. Like always, stay Schwazy, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.